Good afternoon and welcome to the FAI Junior Cup second semi-final with Aviva and Umbra. We are here at the AUL grounds in Clonshaugh in Dublin and our teams are set. We've got Kilbarrack United taking on Pike Rovers of Limerick. Alan Coley's the man to call the action today. Good afternoon, Alan.
How are you, Aidan? How are you?
I'm very well. So, talk us through the teams who are playing today. We know of Kilbarrack, beaten finalists of last year.
Yeah, Kilbarrack will be out to avenge the defeat of last year and hopefully go one better this year. So it's a big game for them, as our Pike Rovers, another really important tie. As we seen yesterday, there's a huge incentive for both teams. So I'm sure we're in for a feisty affair again with the clash of the Dublin team against Limerick. So it was the Dublin team who came out victorious yesterday. So we'll see what today has in store for us.
Yesterday afternoon's game between Sheriff YC and Carew Park, a victory for Sheriff. Just one goal in that game, a fairly feisty encounter. What are we going to see today? What kind of football is going to be on display?
Yeah, well, to be fair, yesterday Sheriff were the kind of hot favourites going into the game, whereas I think today the teams are probably a bit closer match, so they are. There won't be an awful lot in between the two teams really, so I'm expecting something similar to yesterday. There's a lot at stake. There was a lot of tension yesterday amongst the teams, so I'm something similar to yesterday. I think it'll be a tight affair, but yesterday I predicted a Dublin win. I'm going to go for a Limerick win today.
Joan, you're here to support Kilbarrack. Can your boys do it today?
Well, we hope so. We hope so. We're a good, strong, young side, and hopefully we'll do it.
The experience of being in the final last year, I know you guys lost, but that must stand to the lads today. They've been there before.
Yeah, last year I'd say they were probably more nervous, a little bit more confident this year. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll do it.
Give us a score prediction.
2-1 for Kilbarrack.
Mind the hopes. Pike.
Huge game for them today. How do you think the boys are feeling?
I'd say they're nervous, but they're excited too, so hope for the best anyway, all you can do.
They prepared as well as they could, so if all goes well, we get the result.
Up against Kilbarrack today, they made the final last year, they lost it. Are your boys good enough to beat them?
We'd hope so. We have quality players there, so if all goes well, we'll beat them. Hopefully by 2 or 3.
Cautiously optimistic. 2 or 3, he thinks. What about you?
Maybe 5 or 6, on a good day, you never know.
Come on, Kilbarrack!
Well, joining me and our prestigious trophy, we have John Geraghty, who's the secretary of Kilbarrack United, and Pat Dillon, the chairman from Pike Rovers. Big day for you both, big day for your clubs. How are the lads from Limerick feeling, Pat?
Very, very optimistic. We had a good training session all week. A few injuries coming up here, but we're fairly optimistic that we'll put on a good show,
Before we came on air, a bit of banter between you lads. You're very much pitching yourself as the underdogs. Are you trying to get inside this man's head?
Well, it's of course we're the underdogs. We're playing against the Dublin team. They've all the major home support. Beaten finalists last year. They're hoping to go one better, and we're hoping just to get to the final. So it should be a good game, Well,
the very best of luck to you today. John, they're the underdogs. Does that mean you're the favourites?
I don't think so now. This stage of the competition, semi-finals, it's all in the day, looking forward to the game. Everyone's out there warming up, everyone's fighting fit, looking for a place with a big squad, so looking forward to the game. It should be a great game.
Pat mentioned you're beaten finalists. What does that bring to today's game? Does it add pressure to your lads?
I don't think it's pressure now. It brings experience more than that, and the lads want to go one better than last year. And hopefully we can do the job and get to the Aviva.
All right, we'll kick off very shortly. I wish you both the very best of luck today. Thanks, lads. Let's talk about Limerick for a moment and Pike. They've got their hands on this trophy before.
Yeah, Pike have a huge tradition in not only in domestic football in Limerick. They have a huge tradition in this competition as well, and as you said, they were victorious in 2010, winning the trophy, so they'll be out to taste that success again this year. And as we alluded to already, Kilbarrack, it's a huge game for them because they'll be bitterly disappointed, obviously losing the final last year, so they're hoping to go one better, and now they're only one game away from doing that and facing Sheriff again in the final, so there's a lot at stake, as we keep saying,
All right, a game to relish for the players, though. I know they'll be nervous, but you've been in this situation. These are the days that you play for.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone wants to be involved in the big games, and it's no bigger for junior players than the FAI Junior Cup Semi-Final. And I suppose there's the added incentive of the chance to play in the Aviva Stadium, and for let alone junior players, there's international players that would love to be playing the Aviva Stadium. So it's a huge incentive.
All right, let's see what happens. Nail on your prediction there. You're saying Limerick by what score?
The Dublin lads are here beside me, so I better not say it too loud. But I'm going to go Limerick 1-0. So the second semi-final in the FAI Junior Cup was played in the AUL in Clonshaugh in very windy conditions today, and it was Pike Rovers who got off to a fantastic start, taking the lead as early as the 3rd minute with a very well taken goal from their marksman Patrick Maloney. However, Kilbarrack responded well and drew level through a neat finish from captain John Malidi after a well-worked move involving Mark Townley and the skipper himself. In the 26th minute, Pike Rovers had a great chance to take the lead again when they forced a great save from goalkeeper Mark Hatton. Alan Barry was unlucky with a near post shot, but a great save from the keeper. So at half time, the sides were still all square with very little between them, and it was all to play for in the second half. After Pike getting the dream start in the first half, it was the complete opposite in the second half when they fell behind after only 2 minutes to another header from Malidi. The wind was now playing a crucial factor, with Kilbarrack in total control of the game and Pike finding it very difficult against the windy conditions. Pike Rovers, who normally play an attractive style of football, were really finding it difficult now to play their way out from the back, as Kilbarrack had total domination of the game. On one of the rare occasions when Pike Rovers did venture into the Kilbarrack United defence, it was a good attack by Owen Hanrahan down the right hand side, and his dangerous ball was cleared after a great saving tackle from right full Daniel Byrne. At this stage, Kilbarrack were really looking to kill off the tie, and a brilliant chance fell to the centre forward, who's normally very reliable in front of goal, Keith Kerwin, but his shot blazed over the bar. By this late stage, Pike Rovers were now throwing caution to the wind, and they were almost caught with a sucker punch when a counter-attack from the dangerous Mark Townley seen him through one-on-one with the keeper. As he looked to go round the keeper, a fantastic save by Pike Rovers' Gary Neville, and the chance went to begging. After this, Pike Rovers never really threatened, and the dominant Kilbarrack United were through to their second final in a row. It sets it up nicely now for a showpiece occasion on the 2nd of June in the Aviva Stadium when they face Sheriff YC.
Well, it's time now to make our Man of the Match presentation. We're joined by Greg Dowling from Aviva and also Paddy McGrath, the President of the Junior Council, and indeed our Man of the Match today from the winning team, the captain and our Man of the Match, John Malidi, and scorer of 2 goals. Well done.
Thanks very much. Now it was a very tough game. Game of 2 halves really. I thought Pike started really well, but credit to Pike and ourselves. Hard fought game, and I thought we just, we deserved it in the end. But no, credit to them. Put it up to us, and we done really. It was a hard game. We done really well. No,
you led by example. You got the 2 goals, and perhaps you could have got another 2.
I'm delighted with the 2. Yeah, delighted with the 2. But no, look, we could have wrapped it up. But they're obviously going gung-ho, so they opened it up. They had to get at us. But look, we're just happy to be there and go to the Aviva and have a crack. You know what I mean? That's what that's all about.
June 2nd's going to be a big day. I know tonight's going to be a big night as well. And it's a repeat of last year's final. Can you change the outcome this time around?
Hopefully. Like, we've a very hard game. Like, you know what I mean? It's great to have 2 Dublin teams in the final, 2nd year in a row. But we know what we're up against, and we'll go into the game confident, and hopefully we come in it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, enjoy tonight. Enjoy the celebrations. Greg, if you'd like to pass over the trophy. Well done, John.
Cheers. Thank you. Thanks very much.
Well, let's have a chat with the managers from both teams, Paul Breen and Declan Considine. Commiserations, Declan. It was a tough game, and the conditions didn't help you either in the second half, did they?
It didn't, but we had the elements in the first half, and I don't think we took advantage of it. I think we gave away a soft goal. It wasn't long after we scored, which was a sucker punch for us, and we didn't capitalise on the good possession we had in the first half. Second half, an injury to Colin Enright, set piece, had to change the back four, didn't suit us, and it was to concede a goal from a set piece was tough, but I have to give credit to Kilbarrack, a good side, got to the final last year, a lot of experience in the side, and hopefully it's this chap's 3rd time lucky. We've been there and we can see the difference it made to the club, and I think we'll be there again.
You'd like to see them go on and do it?
I would. They haven't won it. Sheriff have won it before, but me liking to go on to win it, the manager liking to go on to win it, you have to do it. You have to do it on the day. But I think they have the players, they have the talent, they have a lot of pace around the pitch, and they have a lot of enthusiastic guys in the club, and they've been up around the top for a while. And I said it a while ago, if you're up around the top in a couple of years, eventually you'll hit the jackpot.
So here we go again, 2nd of June, repeat of last year's final at Sheriff YC against Kilbarrack, albeit in the bigger surrounds of the Aviva Stadium. Obviously you're excited, and as Declan mentioned, it's 3rd time potentially lucky for you.
Yeah, hopefully, been there twice before and lost, so hopefully it's 3rd time lucky, but a lot of hard work to be done to get that, so hopefully.
So what's the plan? It's just over a month away. What's the plan with the team? What will you guys be doing?
Well, we've still a lot of other games and hard games to go. We've a Leinster Junior Semi-Final to play, and we're still in contention for the league. So our focus now, we'll just switch away from the FAI Junior and focus on the other games that we have.
I know you had your boots on today. Is there any chance you'll have them on in the Aviva on the 2nd of June?
I just wear them all the time on the sideline. I don't want to get my shoes dirty. I'm looking at Declan's there, and there's muck all over them.
I'd swap shoes with you any time now, I can tell you.
Alan Cawley, you predicted a win for Limerick. you were wrong.
Yeah, I was wrong, and I'll take that, no problem. The best team did win on the day. You heard from the both managers there, and it was a fair and honest assessment. It was, I thought Declan Constantine was very gracious in defeat, and as he said himself, he had no excuses. Kilbarrack were the better team on the day, and they deserved to advance to the final.
Their captain, John Malidi, the scorer of both goals, and we spoke to him in the man of the match interview. There could have been several more for Kilbarrack.
Yeah, they could have wrapped it up in the end, and really they should have been out of sight. The big lad up front, Keith Curran, missed a great chance, and then Mark Townley went through 1-on-1 with the keeper, and Gary Neville, to be fair, pulled off a great save for Pike Rovers, sorry. But overall, you would have to say, like, even though I suppose 2-1, while there's always just that one goal advantage, you're fearful that you might get caught with a sucker punch. But I thought they were comfortable in the second half, and as Paul Breen said himself, the wind was a huge factor, and with that advantage, they did look comfortable.
You've been a keen follower of this competition throughout. We are now almost there. We have our finalists, our two teams, both Dublin clubs, defending champions, Sheriff FC, and of course they're taking on Kilbarrack, who they beat in the final last year. Are the right two teams in that final?
I think so, yeah. We've watched the two games now, the two semi-finals. Crewe did put up a good fight yesterday, but I think the two best teams in the country are kind of going to battle it out now. And it's an unusual occurrence that I think you'd have to go back years and years now that it's the first time in so long that I think the two teams are going to be in the final against each other back to back, which is really a rare occurrence in cup football, you know. So, as you said, Paul Breen has a chance now to avenge the defeat of last year, and as you said, it was in the huge surroundings now at the Aviva Stadium, and it's going to be a great occasion on the 2nd of June.
This is what they're playing for. This is the FAI Junior Cup. I know you're a man who likes to make predictions, so whose name is going to be on it for 2013?
I'm going to go Kilbarrack. From what I've seen in the two semi-finals, I thought they played very well here on the day, and hopefully for them, and it's the third time lucky for the manager, and I'm going to predict Kilbarrack win.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Do join us for the FAI Junior Cup final on the 2nd of June, live from the Aviva Stadium. Until then, bye-bye.